if you want to talk with your children about how Snow White handled her life, you can do it because it's been released from the Disney Vault. That's how deep it was. And in a limited time Disney Blu-ray combo. Not that it's a blue movie, but it's a Blu-ray disc. And a DVD is on the other side of it. It's 2 movies in 1 package, which makes Disney Blu-ray combo packs the perfect way. Am I doing a commercial?
This is why you have to read the prompter ahead of time.
So look, you know what I'm getting ready to say to y'all, because you want this, don't you? Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want it? Okay, everybody's taking it home. We will be right back with Steve Martin.
Brilliant actor and comedian are only a few of the many hats Steve Martin wears. And his new CD, The Crow, proves that his famous banjo isn't just a comic prop. Please welcome back Steve Martin. So before we talk about your new album, which I heard you guys playing backstage, and it's really terrific.
I just have to say to Sherri that when you said I had a nice body the other day, I just got really nervous.
You loved it. You know, you were on Letterman last night.
Yes, I was.
So tell us about what was going on backstage.
Well, the staff really didn't know what was going to happen. And, you know, I had a couple of ideas that we were going to have. Marty Short did a guest shot on the show, and we wanted him out there. And he and I had an idea where I would say, you know, David, I had relations with someone I worked with once. And, in fact, that person is here tonight. Come on out. And then Marty would come out. Yeah. You know, and then he would sit next to me and be contrite, and he was going to hug me. And I was going to say, see, that's why it didn't work. You're too needy. Anyway, I thought it was really funny, but the staff was very nervous because they didn't know. They said, I don't know. So we didn't do that. But, and then Dave went out and did 30 jokes right off the top. Right. And I thought we could have done that. He seemed to have no problem with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're nervous. They want to be this protective of him.
Rightfully so. Because
was his demeanor different? Or was his demeanor different? Dave's?
No. No. I mean, I didn't see him backstage.
Right.
I mean, I only saw him out. You saw what I saw. So.
What do you think about the fact that he made so many, so many jokes about the situation and the way, he's a comic?
Well, what I think was so brilliant, because I think he's handling it superbly. Yes. And I thought that, well, thank you. Oh. Not me. I'm handling it badly.
Slept with all those women, I'm just saying.
You know, the monologue is the monologue, but when he sat down at the desk and really addressed people in a very sincere way, I found it very moving. And, you know, I think there's a subtle thing. Everybody's saying he apologized to his wife, but that's not what I heard.
Okay.
He acknowledged that he hurt his wife. His apology is at home.
Right.
You know,
okay.
You can't go home and say, hey, honey, did you see my apology on TV? You know, it's just so great now. Everything's fine. Because it's not a public thing to apologize to his wife on TV.
Right. Okay, let's talk about your new album. Oh. It's called The Crow, New Songs for the 5-String Banjo. And it's your first bluegrass CD, right?
Is that me?
Yes.
What? What's the matter?
Is that me?
No, that's not you.
You know, when we designed the album, you know, I looked at it and I said, somebody said, you know, you better put a tail on that bird.
Or they're going to think it's Whoopi.
No.
But it took you 45 years to make this.
Well, I'll tell you. Yes, I've been playing the banjo for 45 years, and I played it on stage when I was doing comedy, and I've been playing it all along. I'd written all these songs. I wrote all the songs on the record. Yeah. And we were recently, it was a big thrill, nominated for the International Bluegrass Music Association for 6 awards. There was a Banjo Player of the Year, there was Instrumental of the Year, there's Recorded Event of the Year, and so I was very excited. They asked me to perform in Nashville. I flew the whole band in. We stayed at the finest hotels, and I won Best Liner Notes.
Whatever that means. Whatever.
But actually, I was very engaged by writing the liner notes. I thought that was the one thing I maybe deserved.
Somebody told me you had Paul Simon take a listen.
Well, you know, Paul Simon is actually quite funny.
Yes.
And do you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has
yeah.
a really funny sense of humor. So I said, Paul, you know, I've got this record. It wasn't out yet. I said, just take a listen to it and give me your thoughts. And like a couple hours go by, and he wrote back on an email. He said, I'm sorry,